Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Valpo Coaches Show. Joining me today, Crusader Women's Soccer head coach John Marovich. John, good to have you with us today.
Great to be back.
Last time you were on here was a few weeks ago, prior to your 4-game road trip. You had a 1-0 win at IPFW on an overtime goal by Rita Craven. Then you got the chance to take your team out to California for a couple matches, lost 1-0 to San Francisco before ending that swing on a high note, as a Jordan Riffiak goal gave you a 1-0 win over St. Mary's. And Coach, can you just briefly describe how you felt your team performed over that 3-game stretch?
Sure, I thought they were fantastic. Anytime you're going to go on the road for 3 or 4 games in a row, and you can come away with 3 victories and only dropping 1 performance, I think that was a great effort by the girls, a great testament to their ability to travel and to get themselves up, dealing with all the things that you have to deal with on the road. So I thought it was a fantastic performance all the way across the board.
Last time out then was your Horizon League opener at Cleveland State. You know, always tough to start a league season on the road and try to get points right there. But your team did it, came out with a 2-1 victory. And how big is it to A, get those first 3 points to start league play, and B, especially when it's on the road?
I think it's fantastic. Anytime you can get 3 points on the road, especially in conference play, but even in the conference opener, it becomes even more critical. It gives your team a sense of confidence as they move forward into the next game. But I like the performance, not only because of the victory, but I think how we went about it. We scored 2 goals in the first half. We made the game a little bit simpler for ourselves in the second half of that match, and just gave our kids a real sense of accomplishment, coming home from Cleveland. After being on the road for 4 games and traveling probably close to 4,000 miles, to be 3-1 on that trip and score as many goals as we did and give away as few as we did, I think is just a testament to them again, is how they've moved along in this season.
And looking at the goal scores from the Cleveland State game, first Luisa Desario scored in the 33rd minute to give you a 1-0 lead. And then something you don't see every day, Rachel Hoagland tallying 1 second before the end of the first half to give the team a 2-0 lead in the break. And how does it make you feel as a coach? You're sitting there, obviously, you're mentally prepared to go in the half up 1 goal, and then to have that second goal added to your advantage into the break.
Well, it feels great. It's not something you see very often, but it's something we've talked to our kids about, not just about at the end of a match, but it's taking half chances. And I think Rita Craven did a great job of trying to find a half chance as time was running out, but then was composed enough to find Rachel at the top of the box, and she didn't waste any time. She just went right at it and took a half chance, and it just happens, to pay off for us in the end. And now you go into halftime up 2. That's a pretty tough thing for the other team to deal with, going in to halftime having to think about what just happened to them in the last second of a match. So it was great and exciting, and certainly I applaud the girls for taking a chance on those half chances, which is something we've talked about.
Have you ever been a part of a match where a goal's been scored that close to time before?
No, I haven't. We've had a couple of close ones that maybe have gone over a crossbar or hit a post, but not anything like that. So it was certainly exciting to be a part of that. But it really brought us back to level ground at halftime to say, hey, look, there's other things that we have to do in the second half, which is to finish off the game and make sure we continue to do the things that we did well in the first half.
Looking ahead, you have 5 of your next 6 games at home after being on the road for 3 weeks straight for 4 games. Is it nice to bring the team back home and get to be in more of a routine of class and practice and games and not have to worry about, all the logistics that go into traveling?
Well, I'm sure my staff will tell you that they're very excited to be back home because they do a lot of the work as far as prep time and getting things all sorted out for the road. But I think we're all excited to be home. I think the players are excited to be home, to get into their normal routine. I know the coaches are excited to get back into our normal routine, to be back with our families. So I think everybody gets a sense of a lift. But most importantly, we get to be back home with our fans and with everybody who supports us, to be able to get behind us and watch us play again. And I think those are the most critical things. We're just working on continuing to get better, and hopefully we can put the same type of performances together this week and next as we get home here for a few matches, so everybody can kind of see our improvement.
Looking ahead to this week, you have Milwaukee at home on Wednesday, Detroit at home on Saturday. 3 Horizon League games in a 9-day stretch. It's not easy to start off the league season that way. Can you just give us a quick preview of what you expect both Milwaukee and Detroit to bring to Eastgate Field this week, and how your side will have to counteract that in order to come out with the points from each match?
Sure. Obviously Milwaukee's the defending champion, and they are until something changes. So what they're going to bring is they're going to bring certainly an organized attack, an excellent goalkeeper, some pace up front, I think Detroit has proven over the last several years as well that they have similar things. They're going to have strong attacking players, strong goalkeeping, a strong organized defense. So we're going to see a couple of really good organized teams that are going to be able to knock the ball around the park a little bit. So we're just looking to go out and try to find an area that we can attack on those teams and do a good job of defending and to continue our success that we've been finding on the field, and just to try to continue to persist to get points. In this conference, it's about getting points to qualify is the first step, and that's all our kids are focused on right now is Wednesday and dealing with Milwaukee when they get here.
Well, Coach, thanks for joining me here today. A reminder, fans, you have Milwaukee at home Wednesday afternoon at 4 p.m. at Eastgate Field, and then Detroit on homecoming Saturday at 4 p.m. at Eastgate Field. A reminder, you can follow the Crusader women's soccer team on social media all season long. On Twitter, follow the team at Valpo WSO. On Facebook, like Valpo Women's Soccer. For Coach Marovich, I'm Aaron Leavitt. This has been another edition of the Valpo Coaches Show. Go Crusaders!